Am I the asshole for embarrassing my mom because she started dating my BF dad? Sorry if anything is confusing. English is not my first language. Please correct if something is very wrong. So me, F19, and my boyfriend, M20, have been dating for 4 years now. He was in 10th grade and I was in 9th when we got together. My parents and his always knew about our relationship. We actually lived near each other when we were younger and went to the same kindergarten. Now, his father was a single father for a long time and my parents got divorced 3 years ago. 3 weeks ago I got home. Since the university is in YHE same city I still live with her, and I saw my mom and his dad kissing. It's an understatement that I was shocked. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I immediately called my boyfriend and he came over. We got into this huge fight with them. They started talking about marriage. The same day I requested to get a room in a dorm. And since then I haven't talked to her up until family dinner. While everyone was eating my aunt asked why my mom and I aren't talking, so I told them everything. Well, maybe if she wasn't fucking my boyfriend's father, who is apparently going to be my brother's father soon, I would talk to her, and maybe I was harsh on her, but I was really hurt. My mom got all red and embarrassed and started shouting about how our love is just young and why she should ruin her love life because we kids think it's going to last. I started crying, shouting at my mom, and left. My grandmother called saying how cruel I am. Literally somehow everyone is siding with my mom except my cousin. Am I the asshole? Was I too cruel? A lot of people are skimming over the fact that OP's mom literally believed it was okay because she thinks their relationship is fleeting and won't last. They've been dating for 4 years, mind you. OP's mom's relationship is newer than OP's. That is so disrespectful and ironic coming from OP's mom. OP has every right to feel uncomfortable. Everyone telling OP to grow up needs to understand that the mom could have chose a billion other dudes to date and she settled so quickly on her daughter's BF's dad. Like, seriously? Not the asshole OP. Hopefully someday your mom will understand your POV. Not the asshole you've been together 4 years and your mom crossed a line. The whole family sided with her bad choices, that is weird. Not the asshole. And anyone who says you are is a weirdo. Your parents crossed a line. Just dating, sure, but then getting married is awful. Like, people, imagine dating your step-sibling. Am I the asshole for telling my ex's family where he was after he asked to see me 2 years after he disappeared? My ex and I were together since we were 15 until he just disappeared one day without any explanation. His family have spent thousands trying to track him down without any luck, and there's been radio silence from him for 2 years. He finally broke his silence and called me a month ago. I was really angry at him, but he kept telling me he missed me and wanted to see me, so I agreed to meet up with him. His family have always been like a second family to me, so I've stayed in contact with them, and the closer it got to the day I was supposed to see him, the more guilty I felt for not telling them. So, I did. His dad and grandfather ended up going with me to see him, and my ex was really upset with me for not coming alone. We talked and then they talked to him privately, and now he's back, but he's still upset with me even though he seemed to have resolved whatever issue he had with his family that made him leave. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole, you're smart to have taken someone with you. 2 years is a long time and he is not the same person you thought you knew. Even if you didn't bring his family, I don't think you should have met with him alone for your own safety. He has no right to make demands of you. Not the asshole, you were in a long-term relationship when he vanished without telling you anything. Yeah, adults are allowed to disappear if they want to, but that's an awful thing to do to your partner. This would have been traumatic. I presume you didn't know if he was even alive? Or did he at least say to you that he was leaving so you'd know the disappearance was intentional? Either way, you didn't know why he left or that he had an argument with his family. I'd also argue that it's good you didn't go alone. You didn't know why he was gone, so bringing someone with you was the safe option. Am I the asshole for helping my disabled sister dress herself despite my girlfriend jealousy? I, M24, live with my disabled sister, Elena, F24, and my girlfriend, Mia, F22. Elena was born blind, so every day I help her pick and dress her clothes. I don't feel troubled by it because I have been responsible for helping Elena since we're 12. Our parents always worked full-time to put food in the table, and they also needed to take care of our younger siblings. I have a great relationship with Mia and love her very much. The only real fights we had up till today were caused by her jealousy towards Elena. Elena writes romantic stories. I don't have enough time to read her books, but I'm proud of her efforts and that she's earning some money with her stories. Before Elena started writing, she thought she would never be able to have a profession. Yesterday Mia told me she was feeling jealous, and asked me to start to help Elena dress instead of me. I denied it, because it would make Elena uncomfortable, and I questioned Mia why she started to feel this way now. She said to me that the last story Elena published contained a scene where the female lead, who's a blind girl, gets turned on by having her boyfriend help her dress, and after this they sleep together. I think Mia is being unfair by indirectly accusing my sister of nurturing sexual fantasies about me. Besides, Elena is wearing underwear when I help her and it doesn't take more than 10 minutes, so I don't think it's really a big deal. Elena has been consistent in her whole life about only feeling comfortable in being helped by me or our mother. Mia now says I'm emotionally cheating on her with my sister and that I should stop helping her to dress, or send her to live back with my parents. I would never kick Elena out. Once again, I think Mia is being unreasonable. Just because I have a close relationship with my sister it doesn't mean it is emotional cheating. We just talk about our days, hang out, watch movies together, etc. It's beyond me how Mia managed to convince two friends we have in common and my own father of her position. My mother sides with me and Elena. So here I am asking you, fellow Redditors, am I the asshole? P.S. English isn't my first language, so please forgive any mistakes and throwaway account to preserve our anonymity. Edit. I talked with Elena about this post and she allowed me to share more regarding her health, but I won't be naming anything. Elena can't walk, although she can feel her legs, and her body overall is more weaker and fragile than an average female body would be. Therefore, everything she does it using her arms, and it is very tiring, so keep in mind that she's limited by her stamina as well. My job is basically carry her around to the bathroom, to the bathtub and to her wheelchair. She can use the bathroom and bath alone. We arrange things so she can have as much privacy and independence as possible. But after all this she's too exhausted to finish dressing herself alone. She's doing physiotherapy to increase her strength and stamina, so in the future she will be able to do more than she does today. Any girlfriend who is jealous of a relationship with a sibling needs a reality check and a relationship re-evaluation. Emotionally cheating. With your sister? I'm sorry, but your girlfriend is a jealous idiot. Not the asshole. Editing to add. Given that your girlfriend has turned Elena's current requirements into a discussion with family and friends, along with wanting Elena to leave and you to stop spending time with her, I'm not at all surprised that your sister wouldn't be comfortable with her help dressing. I wouldn't expect that to change. More independence for Elena would of course be the best option, if possible. Info. Are you and S twins? And does S have any other disabilities and is that why she can't dress herself? By 24, I'd hazard a guess that most blind folk have learned to dress themselves? Am I wrong here? Am I the asshole for causing a family rift over a water bottle? Long-time lurker, first-time poster. On mobile, so please excuse formatting errors. My son, 9M, is very particular with food and drink. He doesn't like the food touching each other on a plate and under no circumstances will he allow anyone to drink out of his bottle. I used to be the same with my food and I still don't like anyone drinking out of my bottle, so I get it. I grew out of the food issue, I assume he will too. Anyway, moving on. My brother, 30M, has a daughter, 2F. We were both visiting our parents. My son comes running into the kitchen crying because my brother had given his daughter my son's drink bottle because he didn't bring hers. So I told my brother that my son doesn't share his bottle so he can't give it to her. There is a shop just down the road that sells bottles. He could have easily gone for a short walk to get one, or God forbid, use a cup. My brother then bends down to my son and tells him that his daughter cannot drink because of him. I saw red. I told him that he is completely out of order and he cannot blame my son and tell him that he is causing this problem because he forgot to bring his daughter's drink bottle. We argued. I went to take the bottle back. He snatched it away from me and threw the bottle over a large fence. Am I the asshole for the way I reacted? Should I just have let her have the juice bottle? He is not the type of person to let this go and I will absolutely suffer for this for years to come, no over-exaggeration. Also, my niece had been in the house for approximately 5 minutes, I wouldn't have let her dehydrate. Not the asshole. Your brother sounds like someone who shouldn't have contact with your son, he isn't very understanding. He also doesn't assume his own faults, because he should have brought the bottle for his 2-year-old. Not the asshole. It's hygienic and responsible to teach your kids not to share drinks. Viruses, like oral herpes, are very easily spread that way. Your brother acted like a child. Not the asshole. Your brother sounds unhinged. Not the asshole. If this is the kind of thing you will now suffer for, what the fuck are you maintaining a relationship with him? Why expose your kid to him? You are allowed to cut contact. You are allowed to have rock-solid boundaries.